Welcome to Sunday Prime on Idea TV, where we bring you innovation-driven stories shaping Africa and beyond. I am Cynthia Bassi, and today we begin with a development in Africa's innovation ecosystem. Nigeria's drive to strengthen data protection and digital trust has received private sector backing, with global fintech company OPTASIA serving as platinum sponsor of the 2026 National Privacy Week in Abuja. The week-long program held at the Transcorp Center brought together regulators, banks, technology firms, and policymakers to examine privacy in the age of emerging technologies. It ended with the National Data Privacy Summit on Wednesday. The event was convened under the Nigeria Data Protection Act. Speaking at the summit, the National Commissioner of the Nigeria Data Protection Commission, Dr. Vincent Olatunji, described privacy as a constitutional right and said public trust is essential for growth of Nigeria's digital economy. Discussions focused on artificial intelligence, data-driven services, and consumer protection. OPTASIA says its participation reflects a long-term commitment to privacy by design, ethical use of artificial intelligence, and secure digital financial inclusion. Company executives took part in high-level panels on trust, accountability, and innovation as regulators and industry leaders called for closer cooperation to ensure technological growth does not outpace the protection of citizens' data. Moving ahead, MTN Group, Africa's largest mobile network operator, is in advanced talks to acquire the remaining 75% stake in IHS Towers, a deal that could value the company at about $2.76 billion. The discussions were reported on Thursday, with MTN confirming that negotiations are ongoing and that no binding agreement has been reached. MTN already owns about 25% of IHS Towers, a stake linked to a major tower sale agreement signed in 2014. IHS provides tower infrastructure to MTN across several key African markets, including Nigeria, making it central to operators' network operations. Any potential offer, MTN said, would reflect IHS' current market valuation. If completed, the deal would give MTN greater control over critical network infrastructure, potentially lowering cost, improving efficiency, and supporting long-term growth in data demand. MTN added that if the talks fail, it will explore other ways to unlock value from its existing stake while staying within its capital plans. Still in news around Africa and tech, the Pan-African Film and Arts Festival PAFF will hold its 34th edition from Saturday, February 7th to Sunday, February 22nd, 2026 in Los Angeles. The festival, the largest black film event in the United States, will showcase African and black diaspora storytelling through film, art, and cultural program as part of Black History Month celebrations. Organized by the Pan-African Film Festival Organization, the 2026 edition adopts the theme PAFF Soul, focusing on identity, resilience, memory, love, resistance, and liberation. Festival organizers say the theme reflects a renewed emphasis on black cinema as a form of soft power, encouraging deeper engagement with African and diasporic experiences beyond entertainment. PAFF is recognized by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences as an Oscar-qualifying festival, allowing selected short films to compete for major Academy Awards. The program includes works exploring African history and global influence, reinforcing the festival's role as a cultural platform and an economic gateway for African and black creatives on the world stage. We now take a quick break. The stories continue when we get back.
Welcome to Idea TV, the first innovation television. At Idea TV, we bring you cutting-edge stories, insights, and shows that redefine innovation across Africa and beyond. Get ready to upgrade your mind. Idea TV is your go-to destination for the latest trending news, cutting-edge tech and innovative ideas that shape our future. From technology and innovations, business, health, education and agriculture, climate solutions, science and research. Stay ahead of the curve with us at Idea Television.
Good to have you back, and if you just joined, this is Idea Sunday Prime on Idea TV. Now the rest of the stories. The European Commission has ruled that TikTok's design features breach the European Union's Digital Services Act, warning the platform could face a fine of up to 6% of its owner ByteDance's global turnover. The preliminary findings were released yesterday following an investigation into whether TikTok adequately protects users, especially children and teenagers. The Commission said TikTok's use of features such as infinite scroll encourages compulsive behavior, keeping users engaged for long periods and exposing them to risks that are not sufficiently addressed. EU regulators also criticized the platform's screen time warnings and parental control tools, saying they are ineffective and too easy to bypass. Henna Virkunen, the Commission's Executive Vice President for Tech Sovereignty, said the law makes platforms responsible for the effects their products have on users, particularly young people. The investigation launched in 2024 examined TikTok's internal risk assessments, company data, and scientific research on behavioral addiction. Regulators have now ordered TikTok to change the basic design of its service or face financial penalties. TikTok has rejected the findings, calling them unfounded, and said it will challenge the decision as the European Union continues to tighten oversight of major social media platforms under the Digital Services Act. In another news now, the team behind FITBIT has today announced a new consumer health app, Lufu, aimed at helping families manage health care using artificial intelligence. The app brings together data on diet, fitness, daily activity, and lab results to build a long-term picture of a person's health. Lufu is led by FITBIT's co-founder James Park and is designed to share key health information with family members, alerting caregivers to changes such as misused medication or shifts in routine, particularly for older relatives. The company is positioning the app as a paid consumer service, similar in cost to emergency alert systems. The launch reflects a broader push to move artificial intelligence beyond business use and into everyday life. While Lufu promises automation through device, provider, voice, and photo integrations, its success will depend on whether users consistently log and share accurate health information. Now, OpenAI is in talks with Abu Dhabi-based technology group G42 to develop a specialized version of ChatGPT for use by the United Arab Emirates government. The system would be tailored to local Arabic dialects, laws, and cultural norms, while the global version of ChatGPT would remain available in the country with limited legal restrictions. The project involves G42, chaired by Sheikh Tanoun bin Zayed Al Nahyan, a senior Emirati royal and national security advisor. According to people familiar with the discussions, the fine-tuned chatbot may reflect the the UAE's political framework and apply content controls required under local law, with users informed when requests are restricted. The talks highlighted how major United States technology firms are adapting artificial intelligence for regional markets as they expand globally. For OpenAI, the partnership builds on growing ties with Abu Dhabi, which has invested in the company and positioned itself as a leading hub for artificial intelligence development in the Middle East. Before we call it a recap, let's take another glance at the headlines we brought to you. We brought you news that OPTASIA backs Nigeria's digital privacy push, and MTN in talks to buy a majority stake in IHS Stars. PAFF 2026 highlights Black cinema as global cultural and economic force. EU rules TikTok's addictive design breaches digital law. And FITBIT founders launch AI health app for families, while OpenAI in talks to build UAE-specific version of ChatGPT. We have more updates across our social media platforms at Idea Television. Do well to connect to the handles displayed on your screen. My name is Cynthia Bassi, and thank you for your time.